So, have any of you guys been playing Metroid Prime 4 Regurgit? I don't remember what it's called. Something I forget the other title. But Metroid Prime 4, it finally is out. But I saw something at the end of the podcast and I double checked it and I did some digging. It is in fact true. Basically, it's this. This tweet ended up popping off. Oopsie. Sorry, not sorry. But basically, this is what it's like when you drive through the centerpiece of the game. What it effectively is that there's like a gigantic map. Or a gigantic desert, and in the middle of the map there's the desert, and then there's like little zones that go off on the edges of it. But all of this is the desert section you see here, and you have to ride through it with what they call the Viola bike. And this is what it sounds like when you ride through it. Like, you're doing this for, like, you thought Starfield's exploration was bad. At least they had ambient music. But like with this, it's literally just like ambient synth of, oh, you can barely hear it. But that's it. That's it. And multiple like hardcore Nintendo fan pages have been like, the music in the game is great. For some reason, there is no music in the desert. Now, you could say that it is an artistic choice. No music in the desert. It's something that is supposed to make you feel isolated. It's supposed to feel empty and hollow. So they didn't bother soundtracking that section of the game because it's an intentional creative decision. Okay. The problem is people who have played the game all kind of agree that it's a bad decision. Okay, something can be intentional and bad. Okay, you can mean to shoot yourself in the foot. It was still a bad choice. You know, it's still a bad choice. I don't care if it was intentional. Well, actually, I meant to put motor oil into my yogurt this morning instead of honey. Okay, you meant to do it. It's still stupid, so congrats. But what's crazy is that there actually is a fix for this. And the fix for it is actually a $30 Amiibo, which if you are blessed enough to not know what Amiibo are, they are little statues that if you take a Joy-Con, I don't have a Joy-Con, like if you take a Joy-Con and you set the statue on top, there's a little NFC tag in the bottom and it scans it and you can get in-game rewards. They've done it forever. And usually it's like, oh, you're playing Zelda, tap the Amiibo, you'll get some healing items. Oh, you're playing this game like Mario, do this, you might get a new costume, that type of thing. I hate it. It's basically a way of selling DLC, but attach a physical statue with it so that you can charge $30 for one little bitty DLC. It's really stupid. Hardcore Nintendo fans have informed me that apparently there are NFC replicators that you can buy off of Amazon for like $10 a pop. You can do that like this. I don't even know if this is real, but like AliExpress, I bought this, solved many problems with Amiibo lock content. People are buying these devices, allegedly, I don't know if they work, to copy the NFC tag data and then read it on their Joy-Con. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How is it that Nintendo fans and stans are so okay with it? Like, it's crazy. Okay. Again, we meme on Ubisoft for being greedy. Imagine if Ubisoft were like, yeah, when you're exploring the forests in AC Shadows, there's no music. But if you buy this $30 statue of Yasuke, you can tap it on the controller and then you get the soundtrack. Or you can pick which songs from the soundtrack you want to play while you're exploring the forest. People would lose their minds. But with Nintendo, it's whatever. It's crazy. It is legitimately crazy. So I verified this and it is true. In English, it's actually very hard to find any information about this. But on Nintendo's Japanese website, they do have information on it. But this is the Amiibo. And this is the particular one that allows you to adjust and choose the music that plays when you tap it. It's $30. There is another $40 Amiibo that is Samus on like with the actual bike. That one does not let you customize the music as far as I understand it, but there you go. And the exact phrasing when you translate it out of Japanese is when you touch the Amiibo of Samus, you can now set the background music when riding Viola in Soul Valley or Soul Valley. The translation's weird because again, it's a made up land, but it's also in Japanese, but translate apps will do their best. But this is how you fix it. So I tweeted this out being like, is there some aspect of this that makes it not totally insane? And honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is, but like it's just low-key depressing to see how some of the retweets are defending it. Some people are pointing out that like, well, it's only changing the music. It's not actually bad because you're just changing the music. It's not like they meant for it to be quiet, and then this is just like an option for you. But I'm like, okay, but people agree it's a problem, and then they sell you the problem for $30. It's still insane. Yeah, exactly. Caleb, 17 months. Thank you for that. Caleb says, stop picking on the billion-dollar company, you bully. Nintendo only has some of the biggest IPs in history. They don't have much. Well, and literally, like, look at this. Look at this. Apparently unlocked later in the game. 2 NSO, which, okay. I don't know what NSO is. It that Nintendo share? I don't know what that's supposed to be. But basically, the counter is that a lot of people are saying you can unlock it later in the game after you finish the game. So when you 100% the game or complete the game and you collect one other thing, you can unlock the effect of that amiibo after you've played the whole game. Am I crazy for thinking that that's not a fix? Like when you finish the game, then you get the thing, or you can pay $30 for it? What? Like, are we going to defend like locking New Game Plus behind a paywall because at the end of the game you unlock it anyways? Like what are we doing? That's dumb. Other people, to be fair, a lot of these people are baiting and like memeing. So I don't know how many of these are serious replies. One of them I'll show you is like hardcore bait and actually got a good number of people. It was pretty funny. But like this one, I genuinely don't know if this is an actual counter defending it. Okay, let's think outside the box a bit, showing Spotify. Yes, you can play Spotify while you drive through the desert. The point is that if you want it in the game, they're charging you $30 for it. Like, yeah, it's just like, okay, I guess. Yeah, oh, don't let Skill Up read about this. Let's see. Amiibos always had dual functionality. One, they are lovingly crafted figurines. I'm sorry. It is so cringe calling them lovingly crafted. I have some nice statues behind me, collector's editions from all sorts of games. This freaking monstrosity, this behemoth statue from Warhammer, is like a monster. Okay, I'll show you. It weighs like 85 pounds or something. Oh my god. Because it's all resin. Is a lovingly crafted statue.
Pirate Radio donated $10 through Super Chat. I personally believe that the more profit-driven AAA gaming becomes, the more we're going to see indies and AAA studios picking up that slack, as they're turning out critically successful games.
I agree. The AAA space as it stands for $300 million, I don't think it makes sense. I agree. Totally agree. Thank you for the super chat. But this is a lovingly crafted statue from Weta, hand-painted. This is lovingly crafted. A mass-produced amiibo that you can buy in Target or Walmart. I don't think fits. Oh my god. It broke. No, his arm just popped off. It does that. It's part of it.
At Bender 5049 donated $10 through Super Chat. What's Nintendo going to do next? Make the control mapping cost money.
Exactly. Like it's dumb. It's very dumb. I broke it. Yeah, sorry. This is why I can't have nice things. It's all of the pieces actually are replaceable. You might be able to see more down here, but actually it comes with a replacement head and then like the chain sword. Focus, Tamu. Yeah, see? Like actual blood and gore and viscera falling off of it. We can swap out Titus's head. Come on. Like this is a lovingly crafted statue, okay? This is. And you can just swap out the pieces if you want to swap the head or the arms. It's pretty cool. Kiss it, that's for the OF.
At Velvet Patterns donated €10 through Super Chat. Nintendo fans are some of the most Stockholm Syndrome afflicted people on the planet. People forget that they had ties to Japanese organized crime, yet are shocked when they pull shady shit.
I didn't know about the ties to organized crime. If that's true, that's hilarious. But secondly, it gives me strong, I'm going to say it. Cancel me. I don't care. Just my opinion. Cancel me. Gives me strong Disney adult vibes. Sure do. Sure do. Like, it gives me the vibe of an adult who had some trauma in their childhood and they're trying to relive their childhood by connecting and playing with a lot of Nintendo stuff. And I'm not saying this is the case for all people who like Nintendo stuff. I'm saying for like the hardcore sycophantic types, you know? Disney adult vibes. I said it. Cancel me. I don't care. Cancel me. Do whatever you're going to do. I don't care. Just my opinion. 2. So besides being lovingly crafted figurines, number 2, they also have another in-game function, whether it be a treat, item, coins, and whatever else to make the game a smoother, more fun experience. In this case, I could get it. I just don't. Are you worried people were going to call you broke? What do you mean I could get it? I just don't. Do you mean like this particular feature oversteps? I'm not sure what that is. Your 40K doll is very pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can play dress up with it. Swap out the pieces. Yeah. It's not a doll, it's an action figure. Let's see. Metroid is supposed to be creepy and ominous. A motorcycle at all is odd, but it's balanced out in the silence. So much of these games is atmosphere. No music for a dude who grew up on these. Starting with the OG, it is better. Or starting with the OG is better. It's one thing if it's a creative choice to play it in silence. My point is that multiple people, maybe I have it bookmarked too, a couple of the reviewers specifically mention how like sucky the desert section is and how the silence is really awkward, because there's multiple times, like the one clip that went viral from somebody's review, I'm not sure whose, I didn't recognize the voice, but it basically was like, so you start here and then you need to go and they say you go anywhere you want. So you drive across the desert and you go to the Iceland. Ice, baby. You go to the Iceland, but turns out there's an ice wall. You need a fire thing to break the ice wall to progress. So what do you do? What do we do? You got to get back in your bike and drive over to the Fireland. You go to the Fireland. Fire. And you get a fire chip for your gun. And so then you drive back across the desert to use the ice or the fire chip to break the ice. Turns out you need it equipped by a separate guy. So you have to drive back down over here to have the engineer dude equip it. Then you drive back up here to go back to the ice land, break through the wall, and progress to the end of that zone. And so if this thing is not well done, the vast majority of your time was just spent in there. If the desert is awkwardly silent, there's nothing to do. It's just a big open expanse riding a boring bike as it just goes, you're gonna have a bad time, as many people pointed out. So people are like, I wish there were music or something to just engage your brain a little bit. And there is, if you're willing to spend $30. And yes, you can use your phone or something like that. The point is, the fact that you're justifying it is wild. It's crazy. Okay. I already have this Amiibo, so I don't see what the issue is here. Is it bad that sometimes I read a comment and I just want to yell, virgin? No. Okay. Continuing on. Let's see. Why does it look worse than Subway Surfers? Sorry, that's funny. I was so close to changing my mind buying the game, but now we're back at nope. Sadly, this is nothing new. Yep, they already locked. I bet it's locked.
At Intergalactic Pirate Radio donated $10 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Sorry to bombard you with Super Chats.
Don't be
but
sorry.
I just remembered and wanted to get your 2 cents on Netflix supposedly acquiring WBD.
Oh,
what it means for their gaming division.
I got it because I also looked up whether the gaming division is part of it. Turns out it is. Everything's bad and everybody should be very sad and scared. We'll do a whole segment about it in a minute, but it's very not good. Oh, this is what he was saying. To download the Nintendo Music app. That's what he was talking about. He's like, the problem solved. Download the Nintendo Music app, and then Nintendo Switch Online members can enjoy music from certain Nintendo games on this smart device app. You can sign up for the 7-day free trial, and then you have to sign up for the online and pay for it. So their solution to the soundtrack in the desert and music in the desert being locked behind a paywall is to sign up for an app and sign up for a subscription you may or may not already have to listen to the music that way. Yeah, you all have phones, don't you? It's crazy. Also, shout out, it's just Alex. Top 0.1% of viewers, 532 videos, dude. Poggers right there. I think that's the best I've seen so far. 532, baby. That's crazy. Shout out Alex. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so what I'm hearing is NFC card tag, lol. I hope those NFC chips can emulate different amiibos work for this. Yeah. Whenever I think Nintendo can't get any more anti-consumer, they surprise me. Supreme Me replied, have the physical space for those things, so I just don't get them. Oh, wait, he's replying to himself? Hold on. Because I was like, what is he talking about? Is he worried people are going to call him broke? But here, I could get it. I just don't have the physical space for those things, so I just don't get them. I wish I could. So it's a space issue. Oh. So what I'd say to you and anyone who thinks that's insane, don't buy it unless you really want that feature. To me, the price is totally worth it. Virgin. And moving on. Sorry, is that Luke? That's an ad hominem. Yep. Yep. Not even gonna argue with that. Yep. It's stupid. I don't know what else to say. It's just what, yeah, counts me. I don't care. Counts me. Dude, it's just crazy. Where's the one bait? There was one guy who was baiting people so freaking hard. It was amazing. This one, you're missing something. The minimal atmospheric sound is intended to give a feeling of isolation out in the open, kind of like being out on Saturn in Beetlejuice, for example. The music selection with the Amiibo is just a bonus. Okay. But if everybody hates how empty the desert is, both in terms of gameplay and the lack of sound design and music, it feels like you're still selling a fix to the problem. Because if everybody says, even if it's intentional, it's a problem. It's like if Starfield was like, no, planets are supposed to feel empty. When you go to the moon, you're supposed to feel like one of the astronauts, and it's supposed to feel empty. It's part of it. But if you want to buy additional points of interest that spawn when you land on a planet, you can do that for $30. Like, it's intentional that it's empty, but if you want something that completely goes against us, we have that for sale. If you want to, yeah, of course. You know, like it's intentional boredom. Exactly. It's by design. It's by design. Dank Lord Nito, or you can just unlock the function by playing the game. You have to finish the game to unlock it. So, you know, when you're done playing the game, you unlock the thing. Well, Luke, you're supposed to play the game 5 times in a row, and then it's not that big of a deal, because then technically you unlocked it only 20% of the way through your total time with the game. So really you unlocked it pretty early. If I could roll my eyes into the vast emptiness of space, I would right now. And my eyes would have fun, because the astronauts certainly had fun when they were in space. It's just all stupid. It's all stupid. I wish I could find the bait post, because that was freaking funny. It was a dude who was basically like, maybe I can search for it. He was like, you already paid $60. Did it get deleted or something? Because it's not even showing up when I search for it. It was a guy who was like, you already paid $60 for it. So what's the problem? Just spend another $30 on it. What are you, broke? And like, people were melting down in his replies. It was like, guys, it's pretty clearly bait, but okay. Yeah, and then you see other people. The Amiibo unlocks it early. It isn't locked behind the Amiibo completely. Again, it is locked until you finish the game. What are we doing? Over exaggerating the amount of time. It's also one open area, while the main areas you fully explore look fantastic. So you admit that this looks like ass. Because you're suggesting if the other areas look fantastic, that implies that this one doesn't. Can I get you on the record? Festive Eliza, does it look like ass or does it not? What say you? Kind of looks like ass to me. Oh, thank you. I will say parts of it do look good. Parts of the game do look good. I have no problem saying that. I also have no problem saying that this looks like a hot steaming pile of piping hot brewed donkey ass tea. It just do. It just do. It looks fine. Yes, if we rewound the clocks to 2007 and you were playing on a baked potato, it looks fine. It's also, again, just like, I think Nintendo did this type of thing because they thought that, like, it's one of those things, like, you're used to it. People who play Nintendo stuff are used to the Amiibos having added functionality. So they didn't think this was going to be a big deal. And I saw it. I thought it sounded insane. So I tweeted it out, and then it ended up, you know, being seen by 3.5 million people. And I've gotten so many emails and DMs about it. It's a little funny, but like, no, it's just, it's one thing that happens with Nintendo regularly where they do something that is totally insane, but everybody in their bubble is used to it. And then like they act surprised when people outside their bubble are like shocked. It's, you know what it is? It's the same kind of thing as with Star Citizen, when like Star Citizen hardcore fans hear that people are not okay with like $800 price tags on stuff. And they're like, but like, what's the big deal? I play the game a lot. It's like, to anybody outside of your bubble, this is insane. But you're just used to it, you know? You've become accustomed to it. Exactly, kind of like BGS with like the paid mods. They take a quest line that's all of 30 minutes, has a broken reward at the end of it. They give you a gun for completing the quest and it doesn't even reload for like 1.5 years. No, I'm not making that up. That is real. And they then, you know, the hardcore fans like, well, but it's just added content. It's extra content. And they're surprised people are upset about it. It's just, it's dumb. Again, if you ever find yourself attaching your, like a piece of your personality and self-worth to a multi-billion-dollar corporation, it's a meme, but like seriously, touch grass, go do something else. Xbox don't give a crap about you. Sony doesn't. EA doesn't. Warner Brothers, Netflix, like none of these companies, Nintendo, they do not care about you. Okay? They just don't. So when, like, you remember when there was all that stuff about, oh, I wonder if I can find it. Because it was so freaking funny. It was Xbox. There was specifically, there was a guy, like a hardcore Xbox fan, when they revealed that they were going to do a lot of cross-platform uploads, he went into, I think it was his laundry room, and recorded an entire song of him like singing his sadness away. It was like the most insane thing I've ever seen. There were other videos of people burning their Xbox merch, of people putting their Xbox consoles into the toilet and peeing on them because they were upset it was going cross-platform with releases. And it's like, at what point, as you're setting the console into the toilet, do you go, this is fine? You know, like, at what point do you pause? I would think like the moment you're unplugging, you're like, I'm being unreasonable. But no, they got all the way to putting it in the toilet and they're like, this is going to go great. Like, this is the rational choice I'm making. He probably deleted it, honestly. I would have deleted that if I ever did it. I don't see it. Oh, I should have backed it up. That's what I should have done. Because those videos were amazing. The meltdowns people had when they first announced that some of those games were going to PlayStation were amazing. Immaculate, dare I say. But anyway, now it's lost. If one of you guys can find it and share it, tag me on Twitter or send it on the Discord. That'd be great. That'd be great. Anyway, all of this to say, the Nintendo crap is insane. Their fans are used to it, so they're hand waving it away, but I still think it's ridiculous. And I was genuinely interested if I was missing something, if there was like a piece of this that I didn't understand. But no, it is just exactly what it seems like. I think the best point to counter it is to say, well, no, the game is supposed to be very empty in the desert. It's a bad choice. It doesn't work. It ends up being super, super boring. But they meant to do that. And then they didn't really connect the dots that then people would therefore use the Amiibo unlocked to play music while driving. I don't think that's a valid defense, frankly, to like make this okay, because it still is creating a problem and then selling the solution to people for $30. I know people are like, just use Spotify, but I'm like, again, you're literally doing the you all have phones, don't you? Like, imagine saying that about any other game. Oh, you're bored when you explore a planet in Starfield. You have Netflix, don't you? Pull up a second monitor and watch YouTube videos. It's like, what? To make the game you bought at full price less boring, go use another device and spend money over there, and it'll make it better, because the two halves of an experience will make a full one. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so that happened. There you go. Oopsie poopsie. I kind of accidentally started a bit of a firestorm with that. So there you go. If you see Nintendo fanboys coming into chat or into video comment sections over the next couple of days, that's why. Sorry. Sorry. Oh well. If you're gonna buy a Switch 2 just to troll people, buy them used. Buy them used. Or like, I think there are some refurbished ones, but buy them used, because then Nintendo doesn't get the money from it, which is funnier, frankly. I don't know. Cancel me. I don't care.
He took my thing.